Yo, what's good? I'm back. It's not another trucking video, unfortunately. Right now, this video is mostly going to be about how I got into trucking because I never told anybody how I got into trucking and a 3 month review on Landstar. Yes, my 3 month review on Landstar. Unfortunately, my truck is still in the shop. It's been about a week now. My truck is in the shop. There were some parts that they needed to order that needed to get fixed, that need to get replaced, which they I spoke to them yesterday, which was a Monday. They said they had no, yeah, they said they're waiting on one more part. Sorry, excuse me. I called them Friday. They said they're waiting on a part that was back ordered. They only had got received one part. The new part's supposed to be coming in on Monday. So the only thing I could do is just wait for them to do what they gotta do. I'm not gonna rush them because I want them to get the job done right so I can get back on the road and make some money. So that's just that with the truck right now at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm at home, as you can see. Um, yeah, so that's that so far with the truck. Another thing is how I got into trucking. Basically, how I got into trucking is about 2018, 2017, around there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I had a little job. I was working in a group home with, how can I say this? I don't want to say this and it comes off wrong. The lower functional people, mentally disabled, I should say. I don't know how to say it. Please don't judge how I said that. But yeah, I was doing that, you know. You get older, you have kids, life get expensive. I needed something more. I always had a thing about trucks. I grew up with a family. Both sides of my family, they both everybody that drive trucks on both sides of the family. So that's that. But everybody's so busy, nobody can really show me. So I eventually said, yo, I'm gonna figure this out myself. Cause I'm a person, I gotta always try to figure something out myself. Yeah, so me being the person that I am, I found this trucking school that was in the Bronx. Yeah, found this trucking school that was in the Bronx. And I can't remember the trucking school name, but it was something off East Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. Who knows? I don't know. But New England Trucking School or something like that. I can't remember. So I went there 2 times. I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty expensive. And I think it was like 250 to 275 per lesson. And at that time in my life, I think I was making like 11 to $1,200 every 2 weeks now, every 2 weeks. So with that being said, I had to figure something out. So the best thing for me to do at that point in my life was try to find a better option where I didn't have to spend that much money and I could actually make some money. So the option that I came upon was priming. They all that priming location was in Pittston, Pennsylvania. So I was actually the first first there was three of us. So I was one out of three people that got our license through the priming Pittston, Pennsylvania terminal at that time. And that was when priming was just now before they even bought that big training place that they have in Pittston now. That was before they even bought the land. Like, yeah. So I went there. I was on the training. It was three of us. So one guy went to reefer, one guy went for tanker, and I went for flatbed. Because I was always interested in doing flatbed at the time. The person that trained me was a cool guy, Everybody had their things, so I'm not gonna bash him, but he was cool. I kind of had a little bit of experience from, like I said, I went to that driving school in the Bronx, and trust and believe, if you know, driving in the Bronx ain't for the weak of heart. So he kind of realized like, yo, the driving whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I've been doing little lessons here and there. I think like 3 lessons the most I did in the Bronx. So I'm doing flatbed because I really want to do flatbed, but boy, I did not know it was gonna be that much work. Personally speaking, yo, flatbed ain't no joke. When I tell you no joke, no joke. Like the tarp mat alone weighed like 100 pounds or 75 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong. And the heat, you go certain places is hot, the tarp hot, you get burned. So that was that. But grateful enough, I did get my license through priming. Did I stay with priming after I got my license? No, I left. And I'm not gonna bash Prime because they have a wonderful training program for people that actually want to learn how to drive trucks. Like I feel like I don't know. I can only talk for Prime. They have a very good training thing going on there with them. So shout out to Prime Inc. But I couldn't work for the money that the guy that was training me told me, because what he was making and what I was making when I was working in the nursing home, I'm gonna say nursing home, I was making more money than him. So I'm gonna be honest, I got my license after I passed that day. At that time, I think I had to go back to my state to get my license. Anytime I had a New York license, I had to go back to New York, get the license sorted out. I just never went back to prom. I'm sorry, prom. I just never came back. It is what it is. That was that. I had no experience really after I got my license. I went back to the nursing home for a while and I just did what I had to do. I did stumble upon Martin Brower, MB. I don't know if you guys see those trucks. They do a lot of McDonald's delivery, food delivery. I was with them for a little bit, but fast forward. No. Rewind back. I went there and did an interview. I did not get the job. Reason being, I had no trucking experience. So that was my big problem. As a manager, I left Prime after I got my license. I went back to the nursing home. So I really didn't have no experience. And Martin Brown didn't accept Priming's experience because I didn't really have a license technically at that point. So that was the downfall of that. But when I did the interview, the guy said, yo, to try to get some driving experience. So I'm like, all right, I didn't know what to do at that point. I was kind of lost. So basically at that time now, I went to drive school bus. I was like, yo, he said to get some driving experience behind the wheel. I went to go drive school bus. I drove for First Student. If anybody know, yeah, First Student was a bus company I drove for. I did some delivering. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, that's crazy. I was transporting kids to school within the Rye, Larchmont area of New York. Who knows those areas? Yeah, Northeast Side, Mamaroneck, yeah, White Plains. Yeah, I was doing school bus driving in those areas, and then I did that for like one school semester, and I went back to Martin Brower, MB, and I said, "Yo, I got you." I said to him, "You said I needed some driving experience. I got some." And the guy realized that I was determined to get a job there. He gave me the job. It wasn't tractor trailer experience, but it was Class B experience, so he accepted it anyway because they have a Class B division. So he accepted me as a Class B, but then upgraded me to the A class because I had a Class A license so as well. So every state is different when it comes to Class A and Class B. Because when I came to Jersey, I lost all my B endorsements. So yeah, um, I worked with them for a while. It's not a bad company. They're unionized, so that's pretty good because they got union things, that cover you. But when you coming in as a rookie or whatever they want to say it now, I was on the bottom of the food chain. When I was training, I was making some money because the guy was training me, helping me get my little experience as a driver. But when it's time for me to go on my own, yo, bro, I couldn't be bothered, bro. Like they technically what happened was it's union, so seniority when it comes to scheduling. I was at the bottom of the food chain. I didn't have a schedule, so I was just basically staying at home. I think I was getting paid $200 a day or $190 a day, somewhere around there, ballpark. And to be at home, and I was only getting paid for 5 days, $200 a day. So you do the maths. After taxes and all that come out, you ain't getting nothing. So I stuck it out there for a while. I'm not gonna lie, stuck it out there for a good while. But I just couldn't be bothered with the scheduling. Like it was either they have work for you, they don't have work for you. You call, hey, you got work. Every day I used to get like I'm a person. I get annoyed. Like when I'm eager to learn something, I get annoyed. And at that point, yeah, I was getting annoyed. They would call me on random days. Oh yeah, we need you to come in at midnight. Like they will call you at 8 o'clock and say they'll come in at midnight when you probably was up the whole day. So technically, they want you to be prepared for them to call you at any random time. And man, I'm not gonna lie though, that job it built my skills because I was delivering in New York City, Times Square, JFK Airport, LaGuardia Airport, all those airports, Jersey City. Them time I'm new, but yo, them just build my experience. Going through, I don't know if anybody, if some of y'all don't know, y'all know the Bronx. You know the Bronx setup with the train and the poles and the some backing in and the people parking off. Yo, man, I tell you, yo, it was an experience still. And I gained a good amount of experience, so that was a blessing. And then I just couldn't manage. The reason being I couldn't manage because there was times where I'll be up all day and they'll call me at night to come to work, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not good for me. I couldn't go through the whole day not doing nothing. Then at night you're gonna tell me when I'm planning on going to my bed to come to work. I'm not gonna lie, people. I used to go to work tired. I mean, there was nights where I would just pull over and go to sleep on the side of the road because I was so tired. But and then their location was like, who knows, Bear Mountain, Chester, New York, Bear Mountain, where Woodbury Common is. Whoever know where Woodbury Common is in New York. Up there is where that McDonald's distribution center is. So that's where I used to go a lot. And yeah, and when I was working, I used to always see these white and yellow trucks. JB Hunt. That's how I found out about JB Hunt. So I was still working for Martin Brower. While I was working for Martin Brower, I did the application for JB Hunt. Well, and it was 3 months experience. I was already with Martin Brower for like 8 months. Was I driving? No. But JB Hunt just wanted to know you was employed under a Class A driving, and they hired me. So disclaimer, you know what? I don't care. While I was working at JB Hunt, I was still collecting my $200 check at Martin Brower. Yo, and I tell you, I was collecting that money and working at JB Hunt. I don't care, because Martin Brower wasn't giving no money. So I was collecting an extra $1,000 a week from them while working at JB Hunt. So yeah, I stumbled upon JB Hunt. I was doing account with Pet Boys, and that account was pretty cool. It was physical. I ain't gonna lie. Both jobs was physical. Martin Brower, you got to move meat, buns, burgers, fries, everything. You got to stack them up on these things and roll them in and pack. Yeah, it was a lot. But yeah, JB Hunt, the Pet Boys account, I was throwing 200-300 tires a day. It was hazmat too. You have to have your hazmat because you deliver batteries and you were delivering DEF fluid. So yeah, I was at that point. I was regional. That's when I really started driving over the road now. Like I was going to West Virginia. I was going to Buffalo, New York. I was going to some far out. That's when I felt like Pennsylvania was far. And Pennsylvania ain't far. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. That's my first time really going so far. Really, like when I was at Prime, I didn't go too far. I was in a little area, but yeah, I started gaining I started getting a lot of experience. Going to different places. Pet Boys was in the Bronx, so I went to all the places in the Bronx. So after I kept going to the Bronx and going through the maneuvering and tight places and backing into funny places, driving got better. Even Long Island, I got better. And yeah, I was with JB Hunt, that Pet Boys account, for about 2 years. That was right before they closed down. I had bought my first truck. Yeah, shout out to my boy that always supported me. Yeah, that local one friend that always support. Yeah, shout him out. I don't call his name, but that's my bro for life, for real. So you help me. You're a crazy person like myself. You know, so he told me like, yo, da 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 da, blah blah blah. Started my little business. It didn't work out as planned, but it's like anything you start, you go into something with no experience, and yeah, that business failed. I was like, I just didn't get the good truck because that truck had a lot of issues. I'm not gonna lie, that truck had a lot of issues, but I was running though, but had a lot of issues. So after that, now that trucking part of my life went bad. I had a Freightliner too, 2018 Cascadia Evolution, 10 speed. Your boy was balking out gas. Yeah, I'm gonna get another truck too. Don't worry, stick shift too. But yeah, that was cool. After that venture failed, I went back to JB Hunt, and that's when I was now living in the state of New Jersey, where I'm at now. So came to Jersey, I found out about this flatbed account. Yeah, flatbed on a Home Depot account that I did for a little while. So I was doing that for some time, but I felt like they was being selfish when it comes to the load. Just giving who their friends the better loads than people that just came on. But it is what it is. I just couldn't be bothered with it. I was a very good worker. One thing, man, I go work. Work, physical work, no, don't bother me at all. Like, me do the work. So, I just told my I can't be bothered. Stumbled upon Marvin Windows account, delivering windows, patio doors. You see this chop in my eye? What? Marvin Windows and Jabion. You get me a chop in the face. So whatever. Yeah. So doing them for a while. I'm gonna show you. Say, your boy is a very good driver. All right. I'm gonna show you. Don't mind. No, I'm not gonna show you my setup, but your boy was doing the thing. Your boy was doing it. Yeah. Your boy was doing the thing. Let me pick this up. Your boy got mad awards. Your boy was award champion. 4 years safe driving. Look at this. Driver of the month, December 2024. Driver appreciation award. Yeah, we got all of those things. We got a lot of these things, man. Yeah, we got a lot of these things. Your boy was a driver. Your boy was making. Your boy was doing it. Yep. That's a few things. Look, more. So yeah, that was that. I was there for a while, but me knowing me how I was, I got comfortable. I realized I was making some money. I said, let me show you one more thing too. I know I got too close, but another one, like DJ Khaled would say. Yeah. So when I realized I was doing pretty decent there, I said, yo, I need to get back out here. I need to get back out on my own again. Saved up, did what I had to do. Got me the truck that I got now, my Red International 2018. It's running real good. I don't really have no issues. There was a lot of issues with it before, but I fixed a lot of it, so that's so good. While I was still working at JB Hunt, so I was working at JB Hunt and fixing that truck. So I got that truck in October of 2024. I did not get it on the road until January 2025. So I started the new year fresh in my own business with Landstar. That's just a little rundown on me. That's a little rundown on me. So I'm gonna give you my 3-month review on Landstar. So we run off January, run off February. We're now in the ending of March, going into April now. One more week left in March. And I'm gonna say I have no complaints about Landstar. And I tell you, I feel like Landstar is a very good company for people coming into this. It's good for me. I don't know, it's good for me. I don't know about nobody else, but I know it's good for me. And my experience is not bad at all. Sorry about that. So far with Landstar, I have no complaints. Everything for me has been going smooth. I feel like they have some good discounts when it comes to fuel, when it comes to tires. They have a lot of good benefits. So I have no complaints. I will give a Landstar out of a 8 out of a 10 rating. I'll give them an 8. One reason I'll give them a 9 because of their trailers. They could do better. The trailers need servicing, but it's all the trailers too is down to us drivers as well. Because some of us we supposed to repair stuff, but that hold up time from us making money. We got to be out there earning. So, and some of the brokers, not all, some brokers are really good, but other than that, no lie, I give Landstar 8 out of 10. They're very good. They provide everything you need to be a successful business owner. They have the LCAP service. They have the tax service. They have a truck protection service. They even help with loans if you want to get a truck. All kind of stuff. Don't quote me on that part though, but they have a whole bunch of stuff though. A lot of discounted stuff too as well. So I'm pretty appreciative of Landstar. I would definitely give them 8 out of 10. I would definitely recommend them to anybody that wants to venture into it as well. And yeah, I give them 8 out of 10. Just the trailers suck, which it is what it is. Um, yeah, that's my take on it. They provide the books, the plates, everything. If you want, you can come with your own plates. Well, hey, you could go with them if you want. But I'll definitely give Landstar an 8 out of 10. Definitely would. So, unfortunately, my wonderful YouTube subscribers, my viewers, and my subscribers, thank you for watching another video. The next video I would be uploading is when I go pick my truck up from the shop, from getting the AC worked on. So for right now, always remember to put God first, stay positive, and always know that somebody's must, if you feel like you're not doing good, somebody's probably doing less than what you're doing. You know what me I try to say. Yeah, I'm tired. But yeah, always remember this, people. Put God first in everything you're doing. That's number one key in life. And always be grateful for another day. And always like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment in the comment section to let me know what you think I should do to improve, to become better here on the YouTube, man. Come on, bro. Your comments are very appreciated. But yeah, like I said, that's a little rundown on me getting into trucking and my 3 months experience here at Landstar. I will be giving another 6 months update because it's only 3 months. So I'm gonna give a 6 months update eventually down the line. That's for a later video, and that's how that go. Definitely. And I think I'm working on a project. You know, everything takes time. I'm working on something, but that's by the time I drop the 6 month review for Landstar, that's when we're gonna drop that. I'm not gonna give you too much right now. Still, it's too much. So just wanted to say thank you for watching again, and I'll catch you guys back on another video when I drop it. So listen, I'm out. Peace.